University degree. It's 2026. It's useless. It's a scam. If I'm going to advise my 20-year-old me now in 2026, I would say, unless some specific courses or career path, I will tell him, don't go get a career in degree in university. Okay, so let's get into it. There are certain very few careers now that is ideal and is recession proof, technology proof, and whatever the system I think will throw at you in terms of education, will you be still marketable? Okay, so this channel, you know, is advice for young people, right? So this particular video is regarding university degree. As mentioned, I'm 53 years old, and what I've seen, what I've experienced tells me that if I'm advising anybody who's in their 20s or getting into college or just finished high school and thinking of, should I get a university degree? Now I'm going to say, probably not. Okay? So let's get into it. If you're getting into healthcare, nursing, doctor, medical technologists, all those things, personally, as having families and people I know, during COVID, this particular career was, what's that word, COVID, or basically it's COVID proof, is that the word? Or the world basically shut down, if you remember, okay? But who were the people that were still working? Doctors and nurses. Anybody in the medical field. So if you're getting into the medical field, go ahead, get your degree, right? After high school, get your nursing degree, get your doctor's degree. Obviously, it's going to be longer, it's going to be more expensive. That's one. If you're going to get into the trades, specifics, we will get into it. Yes. Plumber, carpentry, framing, anything that has to do with building a house, building high rises. I think technology would not surpass that in a way that you will not be in demand. So that's not actually a degree. Skill trade is not a degree. You don't need a university degree, but you are basically marketable. Okay. Why do I mention this? Because AI. I know a lot of younger individuals in their 30s and below even 40s, they get into technology. Okay, one example: web design, web editing. So what's happening now? I could basically use ChatGPT, Gemini, and build a website in 15 minutes. If you know a little bit, you can basically do a basic website. So those jobs are gone. You know, some computer-based customer service. You know, Microsoft and Meta or Facebook, in the last 2 weeks, if you heard the news, they let go about 10,000, 20,000 employees because they're streamlining it, obviously cost cutting, but AI basically replaced those individuals. So anything technology, if you're sitting in a keyboard, you better be thinking what job security you have, especially how fast AI is happening now. So I mentioned about degree, and we're going to get into it more. There's a lot of people who are going to prestigious schools. You know, I'll mention the names: Harvard, Princeton, right? Just quickly look into it, and you'll see that there's a lot of even top tier alumni, students who are in the top of their class could not find jobs. And this is true, right? I'm not just saying it. So that's why I say university degree in 2026 is a scam. Why? Because university staff, the faculty, the FAs, all those, they're not going to say it's not, because this is their bread and butter, right? Same thing with hospitals. Especially here in North America, it is basically business. It is just strictly business, right? And the business is the students are the numbers. The students are the ones that are bringing in the dollar. So they're not going to say, you know what, you don't need this, right? Just quickly search in YouTube and any other platform, and you can see a lot of prominent bloggers, people who speak the truth, right? Will tell you that having a university degree doesn't guarantee you the best jobs. I mentioned a couple of jobs like healthcare, and I couldn't say, I was wrong on that. It's skilled trades. That doesn't take university, but it's about 2 years, right? So, but what I'm saying is, really consider, if I was me now at 20 years old, I will advise my younger self to say, really consider not going into university, because you're going to be racking student debt, and you be working number of years paying that debt off. Okay, there are bloggers actually that they now that's not AI. Okay, I know it's so nice, but I'll tell you that this is not AI. Okay, not AI. So let's get back to it. By now you know that I try to set my blogs in nice environment to basically set the mood. And just, not just sit in front of a desk, things like that. Yeah, so not I'm gonna say that I'm distracted by the geese. There's a geese beside me here. Okay. Not only to give you insights, advice, but also some entertainment. Okay, natural, relaxing entertainment. Yeah. So going back to that, let me just show you. Okay. So it's just let me just show you what's going on here. These guys are just beside me. Okay. So there they are. Okay. Okay. So yeah. See? It's a weekday. I'm in a park near the lake, but these guys are so used to people that, you know, so, and that's why. So I'm just showing you. Okay, so let's get back to the camera here. So now going back to that discussion about the lake, right? The lake. Yeah, the university. Okay, so this particular video is advising you that if there's certain, if you want to go to university, you really have to consider certain careers that, to me, by experience, is technology proof. I mean AI. Okay. I mentioned skilled trades. The only problem with skilled trades is recession, and there will be times if we are in a recession, some of the trades will really slow down, or you might even lose jobs. Or if you're a contractor, you would not get any contracts, or it's much harder, right? But skilled trade, even in 1900s, been there, right? You know, people need houses. People need to maintain the heat. So HVAC is actually one skill trade that you need to consider. Plumbing, you know, where there's recession or not, plumbing drains will get clogged, and you need plumbers. Electricians, right? Anything that pertains to houses, maintaining houses, electrical, you know, well, for example, insurance, right? If there's a fire, those things, those trades, those are recession proof, and most importantly, it's AI proof, right? I don't think AI is going to replace a human being laying down wires in a house or framing a house. So that's one, right? And I do know a lot of people who were struggling, right, and changed career paths, and they become contractors in these trades, and they're really doing well, like 7-figure year well, okay? But with regards to technology, it changes, and if you don't adapt, right, even YouTube, even blogging, if you don't adapt, you'll be left behind, and it changes constantly, right? So that's basically technology, okay? So going back to university, like you have an MBA, right? Like I said, it's very alarming. I'm sorry if I, you know, maybe offended some of my young viewers or anybody who's watched this who's in the university and stuff like that. Just do your research, and there's a lot of there, like 49% of students who apply in university don't finish university. Okay? And then 50% of those that finish don't or end up not using what they have learned or what degree they basically acquired. Okay? I'm one prime example. I finished university. I was a licensed architect. Now I'm 53. You're going to ask me if I'm a practicing architect? No. So, I use it half of my career practicing it. But did I use it throughout my career life? No. Right? So, being an entrepreneur, a businessman, my personal opinion, if you're a self-starter, you're a motivated person, and you don't need anybody to basically drive you like an employer to show up, then being a business owner in general is better because income, there's no roof, there is no ceiling. Versus if you're working for somebody, right, there is a ceiling. So that's one. So I'm a little bit all over the place. But the message in this video is university degree is so sketchy that I would gamble more into the stock market or crypto than basically put money in university if I was back at 20 years old. Unless it's one of those that I mentioned. Medical field. I mentioned skilled trade, but it's actually not a degree. It's not a university degree. Because AI is basically killing lots of jobs, even low blue collar jobs, which is service oriented. Like I said, if you're in front of a computer keyboard and you're servicing clients, better consider, right? So there's a lot of you out there who are sitting keyboard doing service jobs that unfortunately have university degrees, and you know you didn't use it. That's the hard fact. That's the hard truth. That's the bitter truth. But for those, if they want to hear it from a random 53-year-old, okay, who migrated from Asia to North America, it's nice. It's nice to have a degree. It's nice to have a diploma on the wall that you've finished this 5-year degree and have a diploma to prove, you know. But does it guarantee success? No. So really consider that. So that's it for now. I hope you picked up something here. Really consider, okay? Not going to university. There are other options, more sure-footed options to do. Okay, we're going to be signing off, and that's what we have. Thank you.